Welcome, sports fans, to the latest S&M production of the Sunday Night Sports Nerd Show. It is the most absurd 90 minutes of anything goes, smack talk, and a whole lot more. Every Sunday night, the sports nerd joins forces with three charismatic co-hosts who are a select group of sports nerds with attitude, better known in Nerd Nation as the Ramp Pack. We are four of the most loudmouth, smack-talking nerds around, coming at you with some sick rips and rants, which may be just enough to make you pee your pants. So listen up, Nerd Nation. Let's rise and welcome the legend himself. He is the founder, he is the host, and he is the star of the Sports Nerd Show. Coming to you live, straight out of Lakeland, Florida, Scott, the Sports Nerd Right.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Sports Nerds. I am your host, Scott, the Sports Nerd Right, and along with my co-host, Elliot Big E Lamba, Bills Mafia member John G. Olson, and Ken, how about them Cowboys, Coslow?
Yeah,
we
whatever.
will discuss the week that was in the world of sports. We are live each and every Sunday night on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and finally back on the blockchain, courtesy of Vim.tv.
Really? Wow.
If you miss a live broadcast, you can watch replays on Spotify, Facebook, Apple Podcasts, and on the blockchain via Pinky. Gentlemen, yes, Vim.tv is back on the air, John, in case you did not know.
Oh, I know.
The miracles never cease.
Yes, so we are back on the blockchain. Happy Sunday, guys. What a day for football. What a day.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to go ahead and congratulate the Pittsburgh Steelers for partaking in this year's football season. You'll be giving your parting gifts out the side door. Get out of here.
I would like to congratulate the Los Angeles Raiders for getting Brandon Staley fired.
Yes. Yes. That was, 63 to what?
21. That's my shout out. Go Raiders.
Chargers beating
and it
them.
wasn't even that close.
No.
Rumor has it he was fired at halftime.
They could have scored more, man. They should have tried
They
to
were
beat
up
up
42-0 at halftime, I think. Was it 42-0 at halftime?
42-0.
Yep.
So I'm saying, rumor is that he was fired at halftime.
Well, that's what Richard Sherman was saying at the halftime show.
Right.
The halftime
He
show.
should have been
Fire him
fired,
now.
but apparently he was fired.
They should be firing him right now, is what they said.
Oh, you hate to
They
see it.
did.
I wonder if he had to take Coach back home.
Get fired on the tarmac like
Standby.
Lane Kiffin did.
Standby flight. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, that was a great way to kick off the week. I kind of enjoyed that. Because for how long have we been talking about Brandon Staley needs to go? Come on, seriously, guys.
What Brandon
2 months?
Staley?
How long have we been discussing how badly
All season long.
Brandon
We were
Staley?
discussing it last year after the
We
playoffs.
were discussing it last season, dude.
We were talking
And
about
the year
last
before that when they didn't make the playoffs because of him.
No, they got beat by Jacksonville in the first game. They got killed by
Yeah.
Jacksonville. They blew a big time lead, and Jacksonville
Really?
came back and won that playoff
And
game.
then letting up 63 points to the Las Vegas Raiders, that was just
who couldn't
That
score
was
a
it.
point last week. It scored
That was
0
it.
the week before.
yeah.
Man, you just hate to see it.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, there's a vacancy in Is that the little one?
That's the dog, yeah.
That's slow.
Brett,
Word.
we lost you. That's Brett, by the way, for a Facebook user. Let's get you back and connect.
Yes, they did, Anthony.
Connect. There. Connect back to Restream, Brett. Yes, he did, Anthony. We'll get into that in just a second. So it looks like Elliot, the Niners actually clinched their division today.
Yeah.
With that win against Arizona.
Yep.
Brock Purdy looked like he got hurt. Maybe he was looking for as a concussion, but he got back up and he came back in. So I guess he was okay.
Did his thing, and he kept putting up more stats for that potential
MVP race
resume. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's for the taking now.
People can't discard him or discount him now.
Right.
Especially after the game Dak had today.
Yeah.
It kind of takes him down a peg.
Yeah, it
as
does.
far as the
A
MVP
peg? How
goes.
about 2 or 3 pegs?
Yeah.
Because, and I'm sure John's going to get into this, which I'd also like to thank John, the Buffalo Bills organization, and Bills Mafia for putting a little distance between ourselves and Dallas in the race for the number one the number one seed in the NFC.
I'm sure you were sweating that out too, weren't you?
Well, all you have to worry about now is Philadelphia.
Ravens.
Philadelphia, but it's like we gave Dallas the perfect
Anyway.
opportunity, and now they. But what did it? What did we learn? In all honesty, what did we learn that we didn't know already about the Dallas Cowboys today?
Well, they're great at home, but they can't play away from home. They can't play on the road.
They're great at home. They can't play well on the road, and when their defense doesn't show up, then the rest of the machine doesn't work right.
Wayne Lynch in the house, Kenny.
Once
what's up, man?
Once they got out to 21-3, there was no way Dallas was going to come back from that because Dak doesn't have the ability to come back. He plays. He plays.
He can come back as long as
he plays well with leads.
Yeah.
And when the defense puts him in a position to win all the time.
When you're playing inferior competition,
when you're playing inferior competition, and they can't win of the three teams that are fighting for the number one seed in the playoffs in the NFC. Which team needs home field more than any of the other?
Dallas does, to be honest. Dallas.
Yeah, because I don't think
Dallas.
Dallas
gonna get a home game.
Not now because
we're playing the Lions in 2 weeks at home. That's going to be our last home game.
And you're playing Miami next week.
Yeah. And Buffalo just gave them a blueprint on how to beat the hell out of us. Mm-hmm. I fully expect Miami to do the same damn thing that Buffalo did.
Everybody okay over there, John?
Thank you, John. Thank you, John, Bills Mafia, and the Buffalo Bills organization for putting a little cushion between my Niners and those Dallas people over there.
Yeah. So what do you got to say about the Bills this week, John? I know there's a lot you want to get into. I'm sure.
Come on now.
Sorry, I'm kind of in a little bit of a daze. The Rottweiler just tried to take a chunk out of the little tiny puppy. So.
Oh no.
Yeah. The little dog was in my dog's bowl when my dog is eating.
Oh, that's not good.
Bad idea.
Yeah.
Not a good idea. He looks
I think it just scared her. We're looking, but I don't know.
He looks like a morsel then.
Well, she's yelping like she got killed, but she's fine. There's no blood or anything. I think the dog just scared her.
So that's what we were hearing.
Yeah, you heard the little dog.
Okay. She got a bird.
Yes, there seems to be a whole new vibe in Buffalo, in Bills country right now, as opposed to what it was just 2 or 3 weeks ago.
What is the context? I was just talking about a dog biting a dog.
I'm talking about the Buffalo Bills.
Talking about the Buffalo Bills,
getting back to looking like they're winning ways, like what?
It's these one-score games killed us this year. I mean, the games that we should have won killed us, and it's frustrating because it's going to be Billsy. We'll win out, and then it'll come down to the fact that the Dolphins, hopefully they lose next week, but then it'll come down to week 18 or and week 17 or whatever week it is. I can't even count anymore.
18.
Yeah. So it's crazy. I mean, but it's very Billsy. Like it'll be like they'll win out. They'll probably win the rest of their games, but they'll still miss out because some stupid tiebreaker from earlier in the year. So
I think if they win out, they actually make it.
Yeah, they should.
If the Bills win out, John, they should win the division.
Well, yeah, but we need Dallas to beat Miami next week. And,
okay.
That's when then it would come down to week 18 because
What's Miami 10-4?
Yeah.
You guys are 8-6.
Yeah.
So you need to make up. You need to make up one game between now and week 18.
Right, and that's we need Miami to lose. Like, everyone was saying, oh, they're going to lose this week against New York, but come on. Like, I mean, that's just
Put that link
You actually might have to root for Dallas next week.
Oh, I am. As soon as the 0-0 on the clock, I was the
Cowboys
biggest Dallas
next
fan.
week?
I'm the biggest Dallas fan ever next week. Like, huge. Good job. Go Dallas.
Hey, Wayne, do me a favor. I'm going to send the link into the chat.
But yeah, dude, it was crazy, man. It's like Josh, like, just, yeah, he got 2 touchdowns. It killed the narrative because he didn't throw an interception, and I know the sports media hates that when like Josh doesn't throw interceptions.
Right.
But what's he, the first quarterback in history to have 10 games with a rushing and a passing touchdown? Like,
yeah, he got across with a tush push.
No.
It wasn't exactly a tush push because he went off to the side.
Close enough.
Yeah, close enough.
He went off to the side. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah, man. So I don't know, man. The Cowboys look really pedestrian. Sorry, Ken. I mean, this was supposed to be the number.
They were on the road. They were on the road against hefty competition.
It is what it is. I mean, they were pedestrian today, and they got run over.
Yep.
Yeah. It sucks.
But,
yeah.
Facts are facts.
Go Cowboys next week.
Yeah, he's going to be a big Cowboy fan next week because they're playing.
Please go Cowboys. But James Cook
don't put any money on it.
Yeah, that would be the game that you would want for them to lose is next week. Because who does Miami play after that? Well, they play Buffalo the last game. And then after that, or between those games, who do they play?
I don't remember.
You don't know who Miami plays?
They don't have a game with the Ravens, do they?
No, that's the Niners have one on Christmas Day.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Be right back. I gotta check on the dog.
Okay. Yeah, Ken, do me a favor. Beat
What's
the
that?
freaking Ravens, would you please? or Elliot, I'm sorry.
No,
yeah.
Do what now?
I said beat the Ravens when they come to town, will you please?
Oh yeah, we plan on it.
Oh.
We ain't fucking around, dude.
Yeah,
no. You see, Miami's ain't no picnic for them.
they didn't have Tyreek Hill today, though. That was just it.
I'm just saying they got Dallas. They got Dallas next week. It's at home, so chances are, if the Dallas regular road Dallas shows up, Miami could win that game.
Miami will win that game if they play Cowboys like they did today.
But then they have to go to Baltimore, and then they play Buffalo. So
because I was thinking Miami still had a game.
Miami could lose to either Dallas or Baltimore, and that would open it up for Buffalo. That would open it up for Buffalo, who next week plays the Chargers. Hello, that's a win.
Yeah.
New England.
That's a
Well,
win.
we don't know because sometimes Buffalo tends to choke when it comes to New England. They did earlier this year. But let's just say, they beat New England. So now it comes down to it could quite conceivably be Week 18, Buffalo and Miami
For the division.
For the division.
And that's in Miami, right?
Yes.
That's Miami.
Yeah, Buffalo's already beaten Miami once. They beat them when they came to Buffalo.
Yeah, they beat them
48-20.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what, guys. Buffalo is playing like Buffalo again the last couple of weeks.
Well, they have been.
They're locked in. They're playing. I mean, but what surprised me about today's win, though, to be honest, is it wasn't the passing game that did it. It was the run game.
Well, and that's the thing. That's Dallas. I think that's Dallas's biggest weakness.
I think that's their kryptonite is the running game.
They whenever they don't defend the running game, it doesn't go well for them.
No.
And they're also missing Zach Martin now. Didn't he go out with an injury?
Yes.
Yes. Zach Martin got hurt.
So that's going to spell a little bit.
It's a quad injury.
That's going to spell a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, he had it totally wrapped up like a
Wayne has a question. Is Brock Purdy the front runner for the MVP right now?
Well,
Yes.
I would think so. I would think
Yes.
so. He played another MVP type game today.
Brock Purdy and CMC.
What is MVP? Let's break this down.
Okay.
Let's break this down.
Okay.
Is Brock Purdy the most valuable player in the league? Not even to the league, to the San Francisco 49ers.
Well, the thing about the Niners is they have several guys you could say are valuable on that team. Okay, not just
is Brock Purdy MVP.
But they're always going to defer to the quarterback.
But you know what? The NFL is always going to defer to the quarterback
because they're the ones that run the whole thing.
I totally agree. I'm not saying if there was anyone, I'd say it's CMC is the MVP.
Right. Yeah,
but
CMC.
I get that argument. What I'm saying is if you take away Brock Purdy, does San Francisco do a complete nosedive?
Possibly.
Really?
Possibly.
Well, you took him away in the.
Well, who's the
Let me say this.
We don't know.
You took him away in the NFC Championship game last year.
And look what happened.
Yeah. Now,
everybody believes that a lot of people believe that if Brock Purdy didn't get hurt that game, the 49ers would have went to the Super Bowl.
Yes. Look what they did when he did play.
Well, if Purdy didn't get knocked out in the NFC Championship game, there's a very good chance the Niners win that game against the
Sam Darnold is the backup.
Sam Darnold is the backup in San Francisco. And do they succeed with Sam Darnold without Brock Purdy? No, I don't.
I don't think so because you got a whole different quarterback. You got a whole different situation. And the chemistry, the chemistry that Purdy has with Kittle, Debo, Ayuk, McCaffrey.
Yep.
I mean, that takes time to develop.
Carlos Gonzalez.
And they've been developing that since last season.
Carlos, click the link when you get a chance.
And then they got derailed because of an injury to Purdy.
Okay, let's play devil's advocate for a second. Now take CMC out of the equation. Are the 49ers still as dangerous?
Well, who's their backup? Who's their backup? Right, I guess it's going to depend on who their backup is.
Whoever.
I mean,
you lose that weapons, but still, they've still got other weapons.
Right. Perfect example.
Still got Kittle. They still got Debo. They don't lose that much if McCaffrey's not in there.
Right.
No,
they do, but not. It's not
because you know what? I think they got that kid.
I think if you lose McCaffrey, you still got other weapons that Brock.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And they got a kid named Jordan Mason that he's under the radar, but that kid got skills, man. And the only reason that he don't play more is because of McCaffrey.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that, look, regardless, McCaffrey, if you think about it, McCaffrey is benefiting from Brock Purdy as well because what was McCaffrey doing when he was playing in Carolina and didn't have a good quarterback?
Well, they didn't have a passing game in Carolina.
Well, they didn't have anything.
They didn't have anything.
Right. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And you take Purdy. Now, what if Purdy goes down? Who's the backup? Darnold. We don't know what's going to come of that. Okay? Third string, and even before that, what the 49ers are doing right now, they couldn't do it, Jimmy G.
Nope.
Okay?
For some reason, Brock Purdy fits perfectly into this system, and he knows how to run it to a team.
And this is why people, and I know it's a little too early to be throwing it out there, but I can't argue the parallels that people keep saying, throwing the name Joe Montana in there when they talk about Brock Purdy. Because his game is kind of Montana-ish. Okay? He knows how to move around. His passes are accurate. You know what I'm saying? And he knows how to use his weapons.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, come on. The guy's got MVP written all over him.
Again, John, you're right. I mean, it's been historically, it's been a while since a non-quarterback has won this award. It's been a while. Okay? And it's probably going to, unless somebody else blows it totally.
Tyreek Hill was also a candidate until today.
Until he got hurt.
I get that argument that it's pretty much always a quarterback. I'm just saying, is Brock Purdy the most valuable player in the league?
That's what Wayne is saying right here. Is every quarterback a game manager? Yeah. Yes, they are. They're game managers. They are probably the most important player on the entire team. So in that aspect, yes,
Yeah,
they are the
Regardless of what Cam Newton had to say.
Right, I was going to say that. Despite
Okay, but this is what I'm saying. Take Brock Purdy out of the equation, or take Josh Allen out of the equation. What happens to the Buffalo Bills if they don't have Josh Allen? Complete. They don't even win a game.
Disaster.
Correct.
Dude.
Disaster.
What happened to the Cowboys when Dak Prescott
It's
went
going to
out?
happen the
2
same
years
thing.
ago.
Yeah. Look, if you lose your number one stud freaking quarterback,
Yep.
chances are you're not going to recover.
Right, but then I'm saying look at what's around. I'm not trying to take anything away from the 49ers. They're the best team in football. By far the best team in football. I'm a massive CMC fan. I love watching the kid play. I'm just saying, look at all of the tools that this team is built around, the 49ers. It's astronomical, the talent level. It's insane. These guys are having a private conversation now. You know?
Sidebar.
They're having a side. Oh, these guys are idiots.
No, I was catching my nose dripping.
Don't worry, I got my rag too, man. Don't worry. It's all good. Anyways, I listen. I love watching the 49ers play, and I would love the Chris Berman Super Bowl. I would love it. I would absolutely love it because it wouldn't kill me if the Bills lost the Super Bowl to the 49ers. It would suck, but you think that's gonna happen? Don't get in.
I found it. Hey Wayne, I can send it to your inbox if you want.
There you go, Wayne.
There you go. Brett with the
2012.
whoa man, Stephen A. Smith is
That's an affirmative, Wayne. Big E.
Yeah, I see that. Alright, where is he at? Is he not on my friends list? If he's not, then he ain't getting
No, he should be.
Who's that?
Alright, Wayne, I just added you as a friend, so
Yep.
There you go.
Yep. Wayne Lynch is another one of those old school MSN.
I remember Wayne. He ain't been around for a while.
No, we don't need your email address.
No. You can send it via Facebook.
We're not having you sign up for anything, Wayne. So no, we don't need your email address.
No, what do I need? I don't need your email address, dude. I just need you to accept my friend request
on Facebook.
Be right back.
All right, Kim. Well, guys, I'm going to get into it.
Oh,
Today was a roller coaster ride.
I'm not even there.
What? What's the matter, Elliot?
Oh, I'm trying to get this whole Wayne thing situated.
Jeez. If you open Facebook, you can click on his name in the chat, and you'll get to his page.
I got to his message.
He says confirmed. He's got you, Elliot.
He confirmed it?
Yeah, he said he confirmed it.
All right, then I guess he can have it.
All right.
Check your inbox, Wayne.
As I was about to say, today was a roller coaster ride from hell. For the first 3 quarters of this game, the Browns couldn't get out of their own freaking way on offense. The defense, at one point in time, there were 7 punts between both teams and just in the first quarter alone. Neither offense can do anything. Browns went down 17-7, and the offense still wasn't clicking. And I'm thinking to myself, this is going to suck. We could lose to the Bears. We can't lose to the fucking Bears, please.
You almost did, thanks to Darnell Mooney.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting there. We don't have a running game. We haven't had a running game all year because of Nick Chubb. So, you know what? And so what happened is... What? What are you shaking your head for?
I'm not... You know what? Ford and Hunt have filled in admirably for...
Right, but neither one of those
Okay.
guys is a bell cow running back that can take all
But
the hits.
the thing is that when the rest of your offense is not intimidating, okay,
Yeah.
and the running game doesn't become so intimidating.
Right. Brett, about 30% of our starting lineup is on injured reserve right now.
Wah, wah,
Wah,
wah.
wah, 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 dude. I
we're
saw
not
that. Did
making-
you see that, Elliot, today,
Wah, wah.
this week, when he was like complaining about that on Facebook? I was like, bro, I haven't had I think 50% of our starters aren't in the team right now.
Yeah.
Like, cry me a river, man. Like, that's
And they
like,
shut the Dallas Cowboys down too.
yeah,
The
yeah.
league's #1
No.
offense.
See,
Yeah.
what you didn't get was the second part of that. It doesn't matter. Whoever's, I'm not complaining about it because injuries happen. It's part of the NFL. And, yes, I made a post today and I was like, FML, whatever. But despite those injuries, I never thought I'd be rooting for Joe Flacco. Never thought in my life I would ever root for Joe Flacco.
You see, careful how you treat people because you never know when they might come back. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
You never know when they might come back in your life, and you
Second
might
game
need
in a
them.
row, he throws for over 300 yards.
You cussed out Joe Flacco so many times
Oh
back
my
in
God.
the
Yes,
in the
I did.
Next head
2000s
coach of
or whatever.
the Browns will be Ben Roethlisberger.
This-
Watch
Yeah,
what
no.
happens. 5 years from now, Ben.
But
gets
now
the
it's
coach.
like St. Joe is quarterback in Cleveland. Okay, when years ago you probably wished that he.
You know what? He's got a better winning record at Cleveland Browns Stadium than any other quarterback who's ever played for the team. He's like 10-2 in that stadium. So, but most of those wins were with the Ravens, if not, So, anyway, hell of a win. Very lucky. That Hail Mary. I mean, my heart was in my throat on that Hail Mary. And then when the dude dropped, when it came back and he was going to catch that ball, I about shit my pants. But thank God for the bouncing ball, and we intercepted that at the end.
Who's Facebook user?
Me
Oh, that's
using
good.
a new phone. I got a new phone, and it's not letting me.
Is it not letting you click that link, Kenny?
No, let me see. I don't think so. No, link didn't. Oh, here it is.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I should get it.
Hey Ti, what's wrong with your connection?
Yeah, man. I thought that was me for a second. You. Oh, yeah. You. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
You're like, you sound like you're robot.
What happened?
I don't know. I see Ken fine.
Huh? Elliot is gone. And you're starting to fade out.
What the hell's going on?
Now you're fine. You were
What the hell's
fine.
going on? I shouldn't be going in and out. I'm hardwired into my router.
Yeah, you're good now, I think. Hello, Scott. Do you hear me? Oh, never mind. It's just me and you, Ken. Wait, I'm back. Hi, Scott. Do you hear us now?
The hell is going on?
Do you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you fine.
You're fine. You're fine now. You just needed
Do
the
you hear what I hear?
You're good.
We lost Elliot, though.
Yeah.
Something's going on. I have no idea. I don't know, Wayne. I don't know.
It's the end of the world as we know it.
This is the first time it's ever happened on Restream.
Yeah, it happens, dude. It's the interwebs.
It's weird. Because my PC is hardwired into the router, so it shouldn't be an issue. I don't know why. And I've got a 300 megabyte speed, so.
Here you go, Wayne. Light that cigar.
Right?
Yeah, man. It's exciting.
I'm glad somebody's excited because I wasn't.
I'm very excited. I'm such a huge Cowboys fan now. I don't think you understand how big of a Cowboys fan I am.
I don't think you understand how bad you beat us today.
Yeah, dude, we got come on. That was just this is the thing.
Yeah,
This
you
is
caught lightning in a bottle. I know.
yeah. I don't think the Cowboys are as bad as people will make.
You're hoping you're right.
I don't know what happened, Elliot, but it did.
I have no idea. I backed out and came back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good. Everybody's good now. I blame Scott.
I blame me. Fine. Okay. Whatever.
Well, you would have to since he's the one in control of this apparatus.
The madness that is the nerds. Yes.
Where were we? Oh,
There you go, Wayne.
You got very
got it.
lucky. That's what I think you were saying.
Yes.
anyway, as I was saying,
You were saying you had to pull a horseshoe out of your ass. So
Yeah.
what else? You
So you're like this big Joe Flacco fan now. Right?
He's Joe Cool.
Joe
now.
Flaccid.
Joe Cool, yeah. Joe Flaccid.
He's the
Joe. Yeah.
Derrick Henry saying today he's pondering his future as a Titan. Does he leave?
If he was smart, he would have left in the offseason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should have demanded a trade.
Yeah, should have demanded a trade.
Because he's at that age group where people might take a flyer on him, but he's not getting any
No, he's
you
not
know,
getting big time contract.
4-year deal or nothing. He'd be lucky
Yeah.
if he get the 2-year. So
He's getting long in the tooth for a running back. No matter how big he is.
Yeah, Brett. He should have asked for a trade in the offseason.
Well, shit. They should have pushed for a trade at the trade deadline. Is what
Yes,
they
that's
did.
true too.
So
Yeah.
that way they could have got something for him.
Right.
Because now they're going to wind up getting nothing for him. Is he a free agent after this season?
I don't know.
Because if he is, I bet you he bolts. What's Tennessee going to do? They've never done anything to make their situation better.
That's why I was surprised D-Hop signed with him in the offseason. I figured he'd go to a contender.
you're
The Titans
telling me.
won a contender.
So how
What would it be
pathetic
like
would
to
the
have a
Pittsburgh Steelers
second
be?
option at wideout?
Yeah. So,
Anyways.
but
else
either
going
way,
on?
as I was saying, the Browns are 9-5. I'm happy they're there. They're a walking triage unit, but again, no
Yes.
excuses. Next man up.
Yes,
and
Wayne.
I just need Baltimore to lose one or two more games down the stretch, and their schedule is tougher than the Browns going into the season. Last 3 games, we get a tough one next week in Houston. Hopefully, we can win that game. But CJ Stroud's coming back from that concussion next week, so I can't count on it either.
We never got around to discussing the audacity and total hypocrisy of Patrick Mahomes and Andy
Like
and the lunacy and the lunacy that is Kadarius Toney. Okay, not only should they know the rules, they should abide by them.
Correct.
Even though the referees don't call it their way because maybe they didn't pay enough or they didn't pay on time or something of that nature. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But pot calling kettle black by saying that the referees need to do their job and let the players play.
Well, you know what?
What the fuck are you talking about
You
when
know-
your team gets all these damn calls on
You know
it?
what killed me, Elliot? What killed me on that was what he said. To take away a play like that from us.
Yeah. First of all, how do you take the play away if the
The
play
flag flew
hasn't
before
happened?
the play was over.
And the play hasn't even happened yet.
Right.
The flag was thrown well before the play
Right.
developed. Okay. And then Kadarius Toney, did you see the replay when he was just standing there like looking stupid, and then all of a sudden Kelsey throws him the ball and he runs into the end zone?
Yeah.
Well, somebody that looks that stupid on the field, okay, you got to believe that he was too stupid not to line up on side.
Well, and Tony made a mistake today too. Did you see that he gave up?
Yeah, he fucking
He dropped it. He dropped
right through his
a
fingers.
catch,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
was intercepted. So yes,
So, what do we feel about this hypocrisy? Which, by the way, was tacked with $150,000 worth of fines.
Okay, I have a question then. How
Andy Reid
do they
got
break that down?
100,000
Who got
and
fined
Mahomes
what?
got 50.
Randy Reed got 100 and Mahomes got 50.
Yes.
Okay.
The coach is going to get more regardless.
All right.
Oh, and Myles Garrett got 25 grand for his comments last week too about the officials.
But when they came out,
Yes, Carlos.
You're finally in, Carlos.
when they came out
Bienvenidos.
and started bitching and moaning about the referees not doing their job or helping other teams win, that just no.
Look at John. Look at John. It's like
John's all giddy to get into his comments.
I know. Go ahead, John. Go ahead and put your 2 cents in. Go ahead.
World's smallest violin for Chiefs fans. Right? It's really, really, you can't even see it, but it's in between my fingers here. Yeah, it's insanity. Like when they opened, like I could, like the Mahomes thing, heat of the battle, when he's shaking Josh's hands. I get it, whatever. That's, they're going to talk smack at the end of the games, whatever. But then in the press conference to go up there and, like, double down on it, it's like, dude, like, come on. The Chiefs have gotten away with pretty much murder over the past 3 or 4 years.
Come on, man.
And
Super Bowl.
Right.
Super Bowls, divisional play, like, you name it. And, like, come on, guys. Like, have some class. And, yeah, well, there you go, Brett. I mean, why are you swearing at me? What did I do?
What the hell, yo?
Thank you, Carl.
Jesus.
Yeah, like, why are you mad at me? Like, I'm not
Because
attacking
your team
you.
is blowing
I'm saying
ass
that,
these days.
I'm saying that Patrick Mahomes turned into his brother.
Oh Jesus.
He started whining. He was whining. And then
Oh my God.
Andy Reid on top of that goes in and does the same freaking thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how do you guys figure that the referee stole one of the greatest plays from one of the Hall of Famers? And this bullshit.
And the funniest part is they actually walked their comments back 1 or 2 days later after.
And for Kadarius Toney,
Hi, Carlos.
insists only because he heard it from other people that the referees sometimes warn you to get on sides and all that. He's turning around and saying that it's the referee's job to tell him.
No. If you watch games, you'll see
Again,
receivers on the outside. They point to the referee to double check
Always
if they're
look.
onside.
He's
Consider
getting
the
closer,
source.
Wayne.
Consider the source.
Yeah.
Okay? Just consider the source. That's all I got to say. Kadarius Toney is a moron. Okay?
It's great. I love it.
And you know what?
I love
Kansas
You know
City
what?
Chiefs will
Why do
become the
you
New
think?
England Patriots.
Why do you
Oh,
think?
totally.
Why do you think the Giants? I mean, come on. If the Giants can discard you and dispense of you like garbage, then you must be garbage. Because the Giants could use just about anybody's help these days. You know what I'm saying?
The Chiefs have become the New England Patriots.
Well, I mean,
We're getting there. Can we fit
and
Kadarius Toney
screw
with
Travis
some?
Kelsey too. Screw Travis Kelsey too.
No, he's
Okay.
overrated.
And his girlfriend.
The
Yeah,
whole
true.
Taylor Swift thing is starting to take a nosedive.
So annoying, dude.
Can,
Okay.
can we fit Kadarius Toney with some prosthetic hands?
It still won't help him. It still
I
won't
mean,
help him.
he is totally stone hands.
He's
I mean, that's-
bad, man. Like, I didn't think he was that
I
bad.
can't believe
He's
that.
awful, dude.
He's still on the team.
He is freaking awful. And you know
He's
why? That's because
horrible.
they don't hold him accountable.
Well, it's also they
No.
don't have any other option. Like, for wide receivers, well, they got that Rice kid. You know,
Rice-
he looks
Rice
you
is
know,
the
Rice
Bullshit.
is great. He's
Good.
great. It's been the
Rice
Bryce
be
part.
cooking.
right, but
Yeah.
he's a rookie, right? So it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
who was your options at wideout? Was Tony. That was who they were going with this year.
Well, you have Marquez Valdez Scantling, who can't catch it,
Mm.
who couldn't catch that pass in Green Bay. Okay. I mean, look. Eventually, shit falls apart. Look at Travis Kelsey. He's starting to fall apart.
He got hurt today. Well, I don't know how
Don't
bad
get
it
me
was, but
wrong.
he got hurt
Don't
today.
get me wrong. Watch Travis Kelsey. Look, when your personal life starts to creep into your professional life,
Mm-hmm.
that shit never works out. It doesn't work out well.
No.
Okay?
Carlos.
And you're starting to see the metamorphosis of what having Taylor Swift all up in the NFL and Travis Kelce not. Travis Kelce don't get the attention he used to get as long as Taylor Swift is in the building. You know what I'm saying?
Look what Khloe Kardashian did for Lamar Odom's career.
Ouch.
Look at what all these females. Remember what was her Jessica Simpson with Tony Romo?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't, especially with another celebrity. Come on, man. That's just. I mean, Russell Wilson got away with it with Ciara. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. I don't know. You start mixing that wife stuff and your family and like Aisha Carey or whatever her name is. Stefan Curry. People hated on her. Elliot, trust me, Elliot knew my ex-wife. Yep, I sure did. And like I said, you can't mix business with pleasure. It doesn't work out. For the most part, it doesn't.
Hate
But
to
the
see it.
NFL's encouraging it, though.
That's what's happening now. All the hoopla around Taylor Swift and how well they were doing with Taylor Swift around, and it ain't working out no more, is it?
Whatever.
Just hate to see it.
And you're not. And Kansas City's not. Kansas City's only going to get a home game because they're going to win their division by default.
Yeah.
Thanks to Detroit beating Denver. Yes.
Yeah.
Being like
So,
a drum.
but they're not going to get that coveted AFC Championship game in Kansas City
Nope.
if they make
I
it that
do
far.
not think they're going to be a
They
number one
will
seed. I think
be
Baltimore
either
is the
in
number one seed.
Miami
have to
or
go
Baltimore.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, Ken, ye of little faith. What happens if it's in?
Buffalo.
Well, no, Buffalo can't get it.
Let's
Well,
see.
maybe.
All
It,
right, you
it
guys are
depends.
8-6.
If Dolphins win out, then it'd be in Miami.
Right.
But
Okay, you guys are 8-6 now.
8-6.
Yeah, you went out.
I'm
you
pretty
finished
sure we're going to
11-6.
win out. I'm not trying to be cocky, but
Kansas City's
Chargers are a
probably
disaster.
going to win out.
New England is poo-poo.
Mm.
Just Dolphins in
You
Miami.
got
But
Chargers, Patriots, and then the Jets. Is that right?
Chargers, Patriots,
No,
Jets,
Dolphins.
Jets.
I mean Dolphins.
Dolphins, yeah. Which none of those teams scare me. Even the Dolphins. Like Josh is the father.
Yeah, but the difference is you got to go to Miami to beat them, and that's going to be a tough. Going to be a tough call.
Whatever.
In the final game.
Yes.
In the final
But
game.
if they meet in the
The
playoffs,
stadium
then-
will be 70% Bills fans anyway. So
But
it's like,
then,
what? Fake out.
if they meet again in the playoffs, Miami will have to go to Buffalo.
Oh, what a shame. Snowball game again. Let's do it. Throw snowballs
The
out.
Browns have the Texans, the Jets, and the Bengals. So those are 3 games that they should win.
The Texans?
Yeah,
You should beat the Texans? Really?
Yes. I think so.
Really?
As
Yeah.
long as Case Keenum is the quarterback, sure.
Yes.
Yeah. Better hope CJ doesn't come back.
Yeah, right.
That's what it all comes down to.
That's cocky attitude. I like it. I
Bengals,
like it,
Bengals
Scott.
are on fire now. You better.
Bengals
tread carefully in
playing
there.
well, so
Where is
don't-
that? Is that Cincinnati or in Cleveland?
Yeah.
It's in
don't
Cincy.
count that
We've
one.
already beaten the Bengals once this year. We beat them at home, but we got to play them in Cincy. The last game of the season.
And then the game before that is what?
Jets.
What?
Jets. Well,
At
that's-
home.
So
We
you
travel
should
to
win
Texas.
At least two of those.
We travel to Houston. We play the Jets at home, and then the last game is travel to
Damn, you really
Cincinnati.
do need some help from Baltimore. I mean, from San
We need help
Francisco.
for Baltimore to get beat. Yes, we need. Baltimore's schedule is much tougher than ours down the stretch because they got games against I think San Francisco. Oh, let me find out real quick.
Well, that'll be your Christmas present if the Niners win
Yeah,
on Christmas Day. I'll give you that present in advance. So.
By the way, I had one kid the other day ask me if I was Santa Claus.
Oh, really?
I told him yes.
Good.
Ravens' last 3
I don't have a
games.
beard anymore.
Last 3 games, the Dolphins are at San Francisco, home against the Dolphins, and then home against Pittsburgh. So they should beat Pittsburgh. But the Niners game, even the Jacksonville game tonight is going to be a tough one. But then they go to San Francisco, which they should win that one, Elliott. Lose that, I should say. And then Miami at home. And they finish up at home with Pittsburgh. So, let me ask you guys something. What are your thoughts of Mike Tomlin in Pittsburgh? Do you think he's going to be gone at the end of the season the way they're going, or is it because of the players?
It's not his fault.
The only way Mike Tomlin will not be back next year is if Mike Tomlin resigns.
Okay.
They will not fire him.
Yeah, and you know what? If they do, he's going to be one of the most searched out head coaches for whatever openings happen, especially San Diego.
They have not fired a head coach in more than 80 years.
80 years?
Yeah.
More than 80 years. The Rooneys will not fire him.
Although I did say, and you could say it's a mid-season firing, but they're going to let him finish out the season.
Bill Belichick?
Bill Belichick, yeah. I told you that.
The next coach of the Chargers.
The next coach of the Chargers. Watch.
I don't know where he'll go, but it's not going to be.
Bill Belichick is not an LA guy. Bill Belichick is not an LA guy. I can't imagine him going to Los Angeles. He's not that kind of no.
Well, I know he ain't going to Washington. Really? You think he's going to want to go to the Commanders?
No.
Exactly.
All right.
He's probably going to look into what team has the best weapons available.
Right. Let me ask you guys this. Off topic a bit. I'm sorry, but $700 million for Shohei Ohtani.
Oh, fuck that.
$700 million for Shohei
Ohtani.
But
he's only getting paid $5 million.
The kicker is he's making $2 million a year for the next 10 years, and then they start ramping up his pay after that.
Backloading it. Yep.
Backloading it. It's another Bobby Bonilla deal.
It'll be the next Bobby Bonilla. Yeah.
Yes. Sean McDermott's not on the hot seat. McDermott's not going anywhere.
Yeah, McDermott is not going anywhere after that.
Salah's not going anywhere.
They already said that. They already said that like a week ago.
Vrabel might be the next head coach in New England. I don't know for sure, but it's a possibility.
Rivera's probably gone. Eberflus, I don't think, is gone because of this resurgence of the Bears. The Bears have been playing really good football despite their loss today. And Todd Bowles ain't going nowhere either. So, I mean, Baker Mayfield's playing out of his mind. He had a perfect quarterback rating today against the Packers at Lambeau Field.
The only one that's ever done it at Lambeau Field.
Yep. The only people to have perfect passing rating in Lambeau is Aaron Rodgers and now Baker Mayfield. That's the only two quarterbacks in their history.
The only visiting quarterback that ever do that.
Yes. So they're not going anywhere. I'm glad to see. I'm glad to see Baker playing well. It's the Baker we wanted in Cleveland, but maybe he's found a more friendly system in Tampa Bay, which is good for him. I'm still a Baker fan. I just don't like the Buccaneers anymore. I
have a quick question for everyone for just a moment.
All right.
Let me pull this up.
42.
Okay. DeMonte Kazee.
Huh?
Does he deserve it? DeMonte Kazee.
Who's
Does
that?
he deserve to be? Who's that? He's the one that tried to take Michael Pittman's head off yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Hit. Does he deserve to be suspended for the remainder of the season?
Well,
He was ejected, right?
Much season left, so.
Yeah.
That hit was uncalled for.
It was totally uncalled for.
Along with the one today, Ken, that you said should have been an ejection. It was what hit was that, Ken, that you said should be an ejection?
It was what game was it I was watching? Excuse me. The one that the Buffalo kid hit Prescott. That was in college. That's a targeting call, and that was a pretty simple targeting.
There was one Bills beat reporter that said it, and I liked the tweet. Here's the problem with that. Dak was doing this. I'm gonna go down, but I'm
Yeah,
not.
I know. Dak does that.
What,
and it
what's the
drives me
defender
crazy.
supposed to do? What's the defender supposed to do?
Well, he led with his head. I mean, there's no two ways about that.
If Dak is standing up, he gets hit in the side.
Right.
But Dak is doing this hybrid. I'm going down, but I'm not.
Right.
Okay, I'll slide.
He's sliding. Yeah. But when you leave with your head, though, your helmet and the crown, that's targeting. Now, the one I disagreed with, and they flagged Zach Martin for unnecessary roughness. That was not unnecessary roughness. That should have been unsportsmanlike conduct. That was still 15 yards, but that was unsportsmanlike conduct. That wasn't unnecessary roughness.
Yeah, but
Still
an unsportsmanlike conduct, don't they get a 1, and then the next one is an
right?
ejection?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think the other way would be better because that doesn't carry such.
I mean, it was totally unnecessary. I mean, he wants to defend his quarterback, but there's better ways to do it than that. But again,
in the heat of the moment,
Martin, gets hurt later in the game and goes out. So I mean, karma keeps biting him in the ass. So I can't feel sorry for him. That was a typical Notre Dame player play.
Did Detroit resurface against Denver? Did they come back to?
Well, it was Denver.
Well, they've had some pretty tough losses the last few weeks too. I mean, they have not looked like the Detroit was that they were in the early stages of the season.
Goff came back to life.
But Goff was making a lot of. He was throwing picks. He wasn't.
Right.
He wasn't connecting with his receivers.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, come yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday.
Yeah.
Another team that
needs to blew up Denver from the get go, and it's it's like a Jekyll and Hyde with their Lions. You don't know if they're going to be good or not from week to week. They still lead the division. They still have the inside track of winning that division, but they need to be more consistent. I really like the way the Lions are playing. I'm rooting for them. I love Dan Campbell. Love it. Great head coach.
They're another one of those teams that they really, in all reality, they need home field advantage in order.
They do.
Yeah.
They need to be at Ford Field. You're right, Elliot. They do.
Because on the road it ain't happening. They ain't going to San Francisco. They ain't going. Well, we'll find out what happens when they go to Dallas to see how they fare.
They want to go to Dallas. They can't go to Philadelphia either, so they got to be at home.
Well, the Dallas game will be important because if they wind up meeting, then the game would be in Detroit instead of Dallas.
If they win, if Detroit wins the division, yes.
Yeah. So,
which they took another step towards that because both Minnesota and Green Bay lost this weekend. So they have a stranglehold on the division at this point.
Green Bay really choked out the last couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. All I know is we are 2 wins away, maybe 3 wins away. We basically hold our own destiny as far as winning the best.
There's nobody else in that. I mean, you guys just clinched the division today.
Clinched the division.
Nobody else in that division can catch you. So
one win or maybe 2 in the next 2 weeks, and San Francisco will have home.
And it all depends on what Dallas and Philly do too, because I mean, if
doesn't matter, 49ers hold the tiebreaker against both of them.
We'll have to see.
49ers are going to have home field all the way through unless they just completely collapse, and I doubt that's going to happen.
I feel good as long as we win. Who we playing next week? You got a schedule there?
Who?
49ers.
What?
The Ravens.
Mm.
No, that's you know what? Yeah, they play on Christmas, right?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Yeah, I think we ought to win that game.
I need you to win that game.
Y'all.
You know who the Cowboys need to win? The Cowboys.
First of all, the Cowboys need some help from Seattle tomorrow if they can get it.
Can you believe this? Seattle has won the last
home,
7
so you never know. Anything can happen.
Seattle has won the last 7 meetings with the Eagles. I had no idea.
Wow.
What's that, Ken?
Seattle has won the last 7 meetings with the Eagles.
I didn't know that. Holy cow!
I didn't either until
and
yesterday.
wait a second. Nobody's talking about the elephant. Jalen Hurts might not play tomorrow night.
That's possible.
He was downgraded to questionable because of the illness that I guess he got it worse today from the illness he's been dealing with.
What kind of illness is it specified?
The flu, I imagine.
Some kind of bug that's been fucking with him.
I mean, the Eagles have already clinched the playoff berth as well after today.
Yep. Philadelphia, Dallas, and San Francisco are all in.
Yep.
Well, the
Detroit's
thing
getting
with
close.
Philadelphia is that they have a really easy ending schedule. They've got the Giants twice.
Yep.
And they're sandwiched by, is it the Commanders? Do they play? No, they only played them twice.
Atlanta and New Orleans are now tied for the lead in the South.
The Bucks and the Saints, yes. The Bucks have the tiebreaker.
Okay.
The Bucks have the tiebreaker because they beat New Orleans already.
Okay. They still have a game left against each other, right?
Yeah, I think so. Eagles play Seahawks, Giants, Cardinals, and then the Giants again, Elliot.
Yeah, I think they got the easiest schedule finishing out.
They get the Giants twice. Of course, it's an easier schedule, unless the Italian Stein can pick up the Giants and run with it.
Italian Stallion.
Marcus Mariota, huh?
Mr. Chicken Cutlet himself.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Mr. DeVito,
Mr. DeVito.
that insanity went by the wayside
The
pretty
sea
quickly.
pigeons.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, they just. God.
I would not mind whatsoever watching the Seahawks lay a shit burger on the Eagles tomorrow.
I would love to see the Seahawks beat the Eagles tomorrow night. I would love it.
You think the sea pigeons, the Seahawks?
The only reason, Ken, I don't like the Eagles is because I don't like their fans. Fans are the worst in the NFL.
They are that goes with all Philadelphia fans. I mean, that's
Yeah.
the Eagles,
doesn't matter if
the
it's
Phillies,
basketball,
the
hockey, or
Flyers,
football. Yes.
Sixers, you name it. They're all.
Why do they get
all
such
the
a
same.
bad rep? What's the history of it? Is it just because
Because
like
they
Philly?
number one, they
threw-
booed Santa Claus.
They booed
If
Santa
the
Claus
batteries
and
on the
threw
field, Jimmy
snowballs in
Johnson-
with batteries loaded in
They
them
pelted him with freaking snowballs in 60 something.
with batteries inside the snowballs.
Yeah.
Yep.
They
And
still do have a
Michael
jail
Irvin went down.
underneath the.
Michael Irvin went
stadium.
down with a serious neck injury on that nasty ass Veterans
Mhm.
Stadium turf, and the fans cheered the injury.
Cheered.
Philadelphia
cheered him.
fans are the worst.
They're classless, tasteless.
They have a jail underneath the
They had a
stadium.
jail underneath Veterans Stadium. I think they got one under the link too, but still.
Yeah, they do. They're notoriously for rousting about visiting fans.
Yep.
I mean, they harass them all the time.
Yep.
If you show up with a visiting jersey on,
Yep.
you're open game for them.
Yes, correct.
Oh,
Again,
that-
I've seen-
that's not
Eagles,
much-
Penguins,
Yeah.
Phillies, and Sixer fans, all of them.
Not
Penguins,
Flyers.
Penguins too, huh? Penguins too.
Flyers, not the Penguins.
Oh,
I know.
Flyers.
I was,
Excuse me,
yeah,
Flyers.
I was waiting for the diehard hockey fan to
Yeah.
correct himself there.
Yeah.
Too.
Well, Ron's not here, but it's okay.
Right.
No, I've seen Flyers fans start fights with the Rangers fans in Madison Square Garden.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Got their asses kicked, but hey, it's funny.
3 more weeks of regular season football, guys.
Yep.
All right. As we get ready to close it up, just a
quick.
FYI, there will be no show next Sunday. I will be out of town. It's Christmas Eve. I will not be here. And unless the guys want to have a show on New Year's Eve, we can or can't. Depends on what you guys want to do. We may not have an audience, but that's okay. But New Year's Eve is in 2 weeks. This may be our last show for the year.
Yeah.
But definitely won't be here next week. Maybe New Year's Eve. We'll discuss it and figure out what we want to do.
Doubtful.
But with that being said, congratulations, John. Congratulations, Elliot, on your victories today. And I am happy as well that the Browns got lucky and they won. They're 9-5. I'm happy with that. They got the number one wild card seed. I'm happy with that. And on behalf of my co-host, Mr. Elliot Big E Lamba, John G. Olson, and Ken Costello, we are the Sports Nerds, and we'll see you maybe in 2 weeks. If not, we'll see you after the new year. Y'all have a great night. Have a great weekend.
Happy New Year.
We'll talk to y'all later. Sit.
Toodles.
Toodles.
Congratulations, Carlos.
Well, there you have it, Nerd Nation. Another Sunday episode of the Sports Nerd Show in the books, and we are still alive to tell about it. Now, on behalf of our host, Scott, the Sports Nerd, right, and his co-host, John Olson, Ken Costello, lovable members in the Rat Pack, and yes, me, Big E, the entire pack would once again like to thank you all for participating with us in the best 90 minutes of sports smack talk on the web today. So until next Sunday night, dear nation, we would like to leave you with a quick PSA. Please stay safe, please practice social distancing, and for heaven's sake, please wear a damn mask. You all just got hit with a pack rant from the Rat Pack, and with that, fellas, we are out.